Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome back to part 2 of creating a low poly environment game. So in the last tutorial I actually gave these away for you guys, so check in that video's link in the description and you will find these assets with something a little bit different, something I did with this rock. I renamed everything for you guys. You can download it as an FBX, OBJ or the .blend. That would be on Sketchfab and it's completely free to use, and change it as you will. Right, so now we're gonna make a character for this. So I'm gonna hide everything. Shift C, Shift A, Mesh and Cube. Now we're gonna make like a low poly character. So actually, I think I'm just gonna I think I might just make the first person character first, and let me just put this on increments. There we go. And you can see if I hold in my control button, I can actually move this on increments now, which is weird. And if I press G Shift Z, I can move it in increments like this, so I can actually place this like I want to, but not right now. I just want to bring it up. I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so I'm gonna make this model a bit bigger, so I'm gonna press S Shift Z and then tab it off edit mode. Just go to this, scale it up, Control A and scale, tab into edit mode. You can actually do this, go to 3D cursor on this and you can scale this up and down like you want to. Maybe make it a little wider, Control R, and then select these two loops on both sides. S Shift Z and scale it out to make a little round. So we got a round cube. Well, not a round cube, just a character controller. Now if you watch my previous videos on how to make a first person character controller, you will know the reason I'm doing this is so I can do the crouching like this. If you don't have it like that, I'm gonna Shift A, Mesh, and I'm just gonna use a normal cylinder for this. So if I wanna use this as a crouch, well, it's going on 3D cursor right now. Let's go to maiden point. Is it? You will see it's gonna crouch like this. Whereas this one, I'm gonna press is it? You can see the difference. Okay. So next I'm gonna go to viewport display, here by my object properties, and look for viewport display, and I keep going past this for some reason. You don't want this to be affected by anything, so I'm gonna do this, turn off shadows and make it wire. The reason I set in front is so if I have it, let's say this is in front of it, and apparently it doesn't work. Weird. Okay, maybe it doesn't work. That doesn't make a difference. Okay, but I want this as a wire, so I'm gonna Shift A, Mesh, and I'm gonna make a cube. Not a empty, a cube. Mesh and a cube. Scale it down. Make sure the scale is applied, Control A and scale. Parent it to the player controller, Control P and object, bring it up, GZ. Basically where the head is going to be. Then I'm going to tab into edit mode for the cube. Again, I'm going to make this a wire. Then I'm going to Shift A. I'm going to add a single vertex. So that's going to be by my extra objects. If you don't have that applied, go apply that. So Shift A and single vertex, add single vert. So now I've got this single vertex inside of my if I can select it. Oh, it added in right there. I made a mistake. Control L, shift this because it is selected. Shift A, and single vertex, single vertex. Making sure this vertex is inside. Then I'm gonna go and press Control 1. So that means my y-axis is going to aim forward. No, it should be 1. I just want my y-axis to aim forward, so press 1 on your numpad. It might be Control 1 for you, sometimes it's different. I don't know why it does that, but okay. Then I'm gonna tab out of edit mode for that, Shift A, and I'm gonna make a camera. And you can see the way it added that camera. Let me just put it on my keyboard. It added that camera where that vertex is. And I'm gonna tab in, well, I'm gonna shift select this box. I'm gonna Control T, well, tab and Control P and make vertex parent. And just go back to object mode. So this won't rotate it, but it will move it around. This is what's gonna be doing the rotations. Scale it down a little bit, put it inside of your player controller. Okay, the next thing we're gonna need, maybe a pair of arms or something like that. I think I'm good for now. Okay. See if I scale this, it won't scale. The camera won't scale. So everything from now on will be parented to this single vertex. That single vertex in there. Not to the camera, to the single vertex. Actually to the camera. But okay. You can see if I scale this down, the camera stays exactly the same. That's what you want. Okay, so we're not gonna be, you know, animating much of this. Maybe like a head pop up and down, but for the camera it might be left and right. So that's some of the animations we're gonna be worrying about in future time. Sorry, I'll be right with you. I forgot where I put my bloody water. I'm thirsty. Found it. Listen to this. Did you hear that? The sound of fresh water going down my throat. Haha. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some animations on this and also physics. I'm gonna switch this to Logic Editor. I'm gonna drag it up. This one will be timeline. The timeline is for animation. Okay, it's not gonna be a lot of animation, but okay. Physics, I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna add keyboards. I'm gonna need 5 keyboard sensors. Let me just think. I press Control up. I realize you can't see my screencast keys when I'm in this view. I don't know why. But okay, so forward, back, left, right, jump, crouch. So I'm gonna press W and just rename this as W. Make it triples S, rename this as S, just to keep it, you know, clean, so you know exactly what you're working with. W is A, that's A, that's D, and then this is going to be the jump, so spacebar, don't use true pulse, it's going to be tap. Maybe if you have like a character that can double jump, you can put that up to skip, but for now I'm just gonna use that. And you know, with character physics you can actually do that, but okay. And the next thing I'm gonna need is a crouch. C. and also set it to tap. Then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motions. Then hook W up to that, hook that up to that, hook that up to that. Come on. Unfortunately, you can't do it like in notes. You can't do it like this for some reason. Okay. Again, renaming them. I'm gonna need one more. That's going to be an action. So this is going to be jump, and this is going to be an animation. That's going to be crouch. Forward, back, left, right, jump, this is supposed to be the crouch button. Apparently I have something added to this. It's a crouch button, but it's not supposed to be that. Oh, I forgot that motion. My bad. The jump has to go to... That's where I messed up. Just confused myself for a moment there. Okay. Okay, for the jump, it's not going to be simple motion. I'm going to use maybe character controls for this instead of dynamic bodies. Dynamic bodies are actually better to use, you know, in game engines, but for now I'm just going to use character motion, and I'm going to hit this jump just like that. Okay, so for W I'm going to go forward on the Y. We can do the testing in a moment, and then it's going to be left, or maybe there's going to be left and right. Okay, I'm going to press Control down, and I'm just going to press P to test that out, and I can't see nothing, so I'm going to just add Shift A mesh and a plane, Alt G, scale it up, and maybe just go into my camera. No, it won't help if I go into my camera, so I'm just gonna make this visible for now, otherwise I won't be able to see it. You can always make another cube, Shift A mesh, cube, and parent it to this, Control P and object, so we can do the rotations for this, so we can see if it's going forward, left or back. I'm not going to do the left and right just yet, looking around, so let's just test it out. So we should only be able to see that cube. Forward and back works, left and right works. Cool. Okay, now for this I'm going to need physics. That's the physics tab right there, this thing that has a circle with the dot in the middle of it. From static I'm gonna go to character. The physics type, the collision, is going to be triangulated mesh. If it doesn't show that, that means the character is not going to work. So you can always try convex hull. It's supposed to be triangulated mesh, but it's alright. Make it an actor. And now if I GZ and press play, you can't see nothing. Okay, so let's just do this. The other thing you're gonna need to know is this is going to be no collision. I forgot to do that. So I'm just gonna make this visible. So I'm gonna render this as just a normal solid, no textures. Looks good. Okay, set that to R. Now we're gonna need some motion for the crouch. So go to frame 0. The keying is going to be set to scale. Make sure you do that. The playback, I usually turn this on to frame dropping, so that if I get a little bit of lag, it still plays the animation as fast as it's supposed to. And I think this crouch is going to be, so I'm going to press I to insert that. Come on. And I think about 40 frames will be fine. So SZ, something like that. Insert. Now go to your dope sheet. Call this animation, well, not nearest frame. I actually want to rename this animation. Oh, it's supposed to be action editor from the dope sheet. So from here you go to dope sheet and there action editor. Then you're gonna call this crouch. I think I'm spelling that right. I don't care. Okay, so now I can find this action right here. That's gonna be crouch. It's 40 frames. Make sure your render says you're on 60 frames per second. That's the shadows. Or is it here? Maybe here. Where was it? Why do I always lose these things? Samples per frame. High. Shadow quality. Depth of field. Debug properties. Okay, apparently it's not here. Ah, there we go. I just looked past it. I want this on 60 frames per second. Like that. Okay. So now I got this. So when I go into, well, the next thing I'm gonna need is rotations. And also with this crouch action, I actually wanted to set this to flipper. And then I'm gonna add a mouse sensor on this side. Why can't I see mouse? And on this side also a mouse. I swear I need my glasses to see this. No, I don't really wear glasses, but for some reason my eyes are fucked. Okay, so there's gonna be look. Set that to look. We don't want it to look left and right, so we're gonna turn off the Z-axis. The up and down is fine. And make sure this is set to true pulse, and then go to movement. If you don't set this to true pulse, it's gonna be buggy. And then we'll actually want this to rotate on the Z-axis, sorry. So you turn off the Y-axis, you don't want this to go up and down. For the camera, I'm gonna add a sensor, a mouse sensor, and a mouse sensor on this side. Make this one look. Turn off the Z. Hook that up. Make it movement. Make sure it's a true pulse. And now we should be able to move around and look around. Now I can't really see where I'm walking because this has absolutely nothing to show me, so I'm just gonna make this a grid. So go to your shader editor, make a new shader and call this temp, and then Control T on this. Okay, not like that. Yeah, I only want the principal BSDF if it's gonna allow me. So Control T, and then Control S, well Shift S, texture, and I'm just gonna use a checker texture. Now you won't be able to see this texture because I'm not in render. Okay, I'm gonna Shift A and I'm gonna add a light, and let's just use a point light and bring the power of this point light up. That should be good enough. So now we can hit play. I'm gonna press Control up so I can get a better view. Okay, it's not allowing me to look left and right. Because yeah, Control down. That was my problem. So this is supposed to be moving left and right as well. My bad. Okay, we're gonna need some sprint. Let's test the crouch, see if it works. Doesn't look like it works. I'm pressing C and it's not working. So let's have a look at this crouch. Set to 40 frames. Crouch. For some reason I'm getting weird glitches with my animations. I might have turned off something that I was not supposed to. It's not working. Why isn't it working? I think it might be the Simplify that's messing with me. Let's see. No, not the Simplify. Let's just do this, see what happens. Okay, make it a true pulse then. So now we can crouch. So Alt P clear parent, X delete that maybe. So now we can jump, we can crouch, but the crouch you can see is very slow. That's why I didn't apply the animation yet. Let's try that on 20 frames. Whoops. I forgot I had to keep this key here. That's a little better. So now you can debug. Okay, so delete that. Now we don't need that anymore. So we got the left, right, and back and everything. I'm gonna push down on this animation. Push down. I'm not gonna need that. I'm not gonna need this anymore. So join areas, bring it down. Now there's one more thing. You can actually use the no, I'm not gonna use that physics. I'll keep the physics type as it is. Okay, so now we're gonna have a sprint. We need a sprint, so turn this off, turn this off. So add a keyboard, W and Shift as the modifier, the first modifier. Give it a true pulse, add a motion, a T, and this is going to be twice. So we want to add that in to this motion. So if you want to, you can actually just use this as shift and remove this and plug this one into that. It's exactly the same as doing what I just did. So you'll see when I go into play, now I can sprint, but for some reason it seems like I'm pressing forward and it's going sideways. So there's something wrong with this camera angles. No idea why this happens, but okay. Let's see if I can keep this modifier add constraint and copy rotation. I don't need the Y and the X. I'm gonna keep it on the world axis, and let's turn off the Z. See if that works. No, I cannot look left and right. Okay, so that's a problem. Because for some reason they don't rotate as the same thing. So maybe if I did this, shit, it's not gonna work. Okay, so for the crouch, that's gonna be a problem. What? Not rotating. For some reason it looks like it doesn't. Well, it doesn't. It does rotate. But when I press forward, it doesn't go in the direction I need to. Why? So this character controller is fucking around. Take that away and just use W. So let's see if that works. I'll go forward, left, right, try to turn. You can see it doesn't go the right direction. For some reason there's something buggy about this. I don't know why it's buggy, but not looking that way. Whoa, what the hell is happening there? You can see that. There's something weird about this rotation. Okay, so I'm gonna make this visible for now. I want to see what's going on. Don't know if you can see what's going on. There is something weird going on. I might have to use tracking for this. Might have to. This one always on this side. Oh, actually that was wrong. That is the run. always, and the edit object. Make the true pulse. Let's see if the tracking works. So I'm not gonna have any mouse insert for this. No mouse. No mouse. Oh, I said add object. Subject track 2. And we got a moving object now. Finally. Okay, so we got a fully working character controller. Finally. Unfortunately for me, I can't do the vertex balancing for this anymore, for the camera, but like I said, there was some weird rotations on that, but I might be able to have a tracking on that as well. I'll see if I can do that. Okay, but let me just turn this back into wire. Okay, so Shift A, empty, and I'm going to go for arrows, just like that. Then I'm going to Shift D this, Alt B, clear parent, and then Shift S, flex into cursor, bring it forward. Now this is going to have the same basic principles as that object down there, but instead it's going to be able to rotate on all axes. I'm going to add a mouse. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to have to use that mouse. Triples, movement, look. Now this is just going to rotate. And the camera will always be tracking to that object. So turn this into an always, and turn this into an edit object. Edit object. There we go, edit object. Make it a track 2. Make it a 3D. Select this object. Make sure what the axis on the camera is, not on the... So Y is forward on the camera, so the up axis is fine, but if I do this local, we'll see it's the Z axis that's going to be the track axis. So the up axis is going to be the Y axis, the track axis is going to be the negative Z. Something is not working. That's strange. That's very strange. Yeah, this is supposed to be the rotation, but okay. Why doesn't this thing want to stay? I mean, it is parented. This is parented to that vertex. But I still can't look up and down. So there's something wrong with this. I don't know why. I've tried just about everything and I don't know what's going on. Okay, maybe.
Every time you two are getting rough, my mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 just no, 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 no. Every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no.
Oh, there was a problem. That's a problem. I don't know if you realize what happened there. If you place something inside of your player controller and you forget to turn that to a no collision, it's going to bug out. Another thing, these two also has to be no collision. That's something you don't want to see. They're supposed to stay exactly the same. As you can see, I'm actually moving in the wrong direction now. So that's tracking to that, but it's not tracking correctly. So there's something wrong with this rotation. It doesn't want to rotate along with the... Let's just check the relations real quickly. This is so wrong. Seems to work. Always going in the right direction. Yeah, that fixed it. Haha! What a bitch. Mess with me, will ya? Alright, now I'm gonna make sure these are no collision. Just check it out. I think I set them to no collision. Then I'm just gonna set them as invisible as well to turn off the visibility. I'm gonna shift A, I'm gonna make a cube. Is it? Now this is just for testing purposes, so that I can see if I can crouch underneath this. So if I walk up to it, I won't be able to go through it. Crouch, I can go underneath it. Yeah. I don't know if you realize this. When I go out of the crouch, let's try and make this lower. See how low I can actually crouch. So I walk up to it, I crouch, can stand up. When I'm underneath it, I can't stand up, but then it's gonna push me through the bloody ground. Okay, so don't try to stand up underneath objects. There is a way around that, and that's making just a mesh inside of that, giving this message that says don't stand up. But for now, I'm happy with what I have. Now let's test out our game. Let's see if it's the correct scale for this. Seems like it. You can see I'm not colliding with anything. Well, any of these bushes and rocks and stuff. I'm going right through these rocks. And I realize if I look too far down, I'm going backwards. Now that's right. And another thing, I can walk on water. Oh. And I can go up objects without any problems. Okay, that's gonna become annoying. Still going backwards, why? I think I should set this rotation a little bit. Instead of 90 degrees up and down, let's make it 87, negative 87 and 87, maybe. Let's see if it works. See, so that I can't go all the way down and do this. Good lord. There we go. That's a little better. Now if you wanted to, you know, like a slow rotation on this, for the camera you can give a little bit of a slow parent. Just bring it up a little bit, not too much. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Now you got a slow parent. That's a little too much for me. So let's try 9. And see that stop it gives you. That's not a sharp, you know, that sharp rotation we got. And I'm gonna have to hide those. Okay, so now we got a character controller. Now I think that's a little bit of an issue. Okay, so I just want my player controller selected, so Control I and H, and then Alt G on this. Now we need some arms, you know, some low poly arms, or maybe if you want to do a third person character, you can still do that by adding a character inside of this and just moving this back. But then you're gonna have to get collisions, so you're gonna have to check tutorials on how to do collisions. So I'm just gonna make some pretty low poly stuff, you know, guns and stuff, and I'm gonna parent it to this camera. But for now I think that controller is ready and ready to go. So again, if you didn't follow along, this is following this. So this is parented to this. This is parented. Come on, let me just select the bloody thing. This is parented to that icosphere inside. See that? The camera is parented to the icosphere. The icosphere is parented to the cube, but there's a vertex inside of the cube, so it has a vertex parent. And then everything is parented to this. And this is doing the motions, left, right, forward and back, and crouching and sprinting. And this always is an edit object that tracks to this. The camera tracks to this, as you can see. I think I might have it wrong. Oh, so I do have the rotation on this. I thought I had the camera tracking that object. For some reason it's not. Okay, so it still works. Okay, so anyway, weird. So this is doing the rotations. Cool. So actually I don't need one of these cubes, but I'm just gonna keep that just for in case. So in the next video, after I've modeled a few weapons and you know, something you can shoot with, a few things to shoot at, like goats or something, I might make a tutorial on modeling those. It shouldn't be too hard, you know, making animations for everything, giving everything logic. So we're gonna make some AI, and we're gonna make some, yeah, you know, maybe like a bow and arrow or a gun, whatever, so you can buy it in a shop or whatever, or you can just pick it up along the way. But for now, I'm gonna say thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will always know, well, you'll always be in the loop for when the next video is coming out. And I'm gonna start recording this immediately. See the time down here? I'm gonna start recording this immediately. I don't want this video to be a longest video, so you can have a bit more of a, a bit more content to look at in the future. So thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.